Today I'm reviewing the Perricone MD Cold Plasma Plus Advanced Serum Concentrate. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. I'll never waste time sponsor ads or videos. So if that's something you're into, like, subscribe, check out my newsletter, and check out the links below. Okay, so I honestly think at this point, this is probably the first Perricone MD product I've reviewed on my channel. I'm pretty sure I might have talked about them in other videos, but I think this is the first time I've fully reviewed. And I'm going to say I tried this. I've gotten samples like this size before, and I've tried it, and I didn't review it. And then I got this sample again a couple months ago, and I thought, oh, I tested that a while ago. And then I'm like, I didn't review it. So then I started testing it again. Now I remember why I didn't review it. And I'll talk about that in a second. So, okay. So this review is actually really based on probably 20 days of use separated by a year. So maybe 10 days and then a year and then 10 days. And I'll talk about that in a second. So they say advanced serum concentrate that promotes the 9 most visible signs of healthy, youthful looking skin by target improving the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, enlarged pores, dullness, uneven texture, uneven skin tone, discoloration, redness, and loss of firmness. That's a frickin' lot of promises. So let's see if they can deliver on that. Okay, so my first, and if you buy this and you like this one, continue watching this because I will give you a way to save a ton of money in a second. So, okay, my first criteria is packaging. This obviously comes in a jar packaging. I'm not a crazy fan of it, and especially the texture with this. The jar packaging is an interesting choice that I'm not a huge fan of. In terms of denatured drying types of alcohol, it does not contain any of those. We get to fragrance. This is one of the most common complaints of this product was the smell. It has an earthy scent to it. An earthy scent. And I don't necessarily mean that in a great way, but it fades quickly, but a lot of people did not like the smell. And it does contain myrtus leaf extract, which is considered a fragrance ingredient. It may have antioxidant benefits for the skin, but it also has a component of limonene and linalool, which can irritate skin. So it may be an antioxidant, but it also can be an irritant. So it just depends on how sensitive your skin is. And given the fact that people don't really like the scent, I'm not sure why they would include a fragrance like that instead of just adding something that would make it smell better. You know what I mean? But anyway. The manufacturing location for this one is the US, so no issues with that. So ease of use. I really recommend with this one to do a patch test to avoid any issues right off the bat. So this one's got kind of a goopy texture to it. I don't really think of it really as a serum. So you can see that it's not the most appealing looking product or smelling product. So you want to apply this after cleansing and in your serum step. So cleansing and toning, it's kind of a challenge to apply it as a moisturizer, but it's also kind of not like a serum. So if you apply other serums, you may apply this after them. But a little bit goes a long way. It's got a lightweight feeling, not a greasy feeling. The nice thing is if you apply this over an essence when your skin is just a little bit damp, it'll make it easier to smooth over and you won't end up going through the jar all in one day or a couple days. Otherwise, if you apply this to dry skin, you're going to use a lot of it very quickly. Much unlike other serums where it spreads easily, this one just does not have that going on. Once it soaks in, it sets to a natural finish that is non-tacky, non-sticky, so that's nice. So no issues with that. I never think of a serum like this. You know what I mean? It just, to me, actually, I was testing it for a couple days. I thought it was a moisturizer, and then I looked at the box, and it says serum, so no. Okay. Antioxidants and beneficial ingredients. So I will mention the first 8 ingredients of this are all slip ingredients. Nothing wrong with that, but when you're charging $155, it gets to be a lot, you know? Okay, so then we've got Tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate, which is a vitamin C derivative that is thought to help with collagen production in skin and brighten skin. It's still not as researched as ascorbic acid. We've got arginine, which is the Botox in a jar peptide that helps with fine lines, wrinkles, and also helps with skin hydration levels. We've got the Matrixyl 3000 peptide duo, which is a peptide combination that helps slow the degradation of collagen over time and may also help with increasing collagen production. Also helps with wrinkles, fine lines, skin elasticity, and skin texture. As long as you're lucky, unlike me, with this product. We've got tyrosine, which is a melanin inhibitor, which inhibitor means slowing or stopping. May also have anti-inflammatory benefits as well as brightening benefits. We've got glycolic acid, which is interesting in this product because this isn't an exfoliant, but they use it as a buffering ingredient to balance the pH. We've got sunflower seed oil, which is an emollient. We've got magnesium aspartate, which is a hydrating ingredient. We've got zinc gluconate, which is a soothing anti-acne and wound healing ingredient. We've got rosemary leaf extract, soothing and antioxidant ingredient. We've got copper gluconate, which is a soothing ingredient best known for promoting cellular regeneration and wound healing. Sodium hyaluronate, which is a humectant. We've got retinol palmitate, which is a cell-communicating ingredient. In my opinion, it's a questioning form of retinoid in that if it does absorb into skin, it requires several steps to convert into tretinoic acid in your skin. So it's very, 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 very weak compared to other retinoids. We've got Echium seed extract, which is an emollient, copper tripeptide, cell-communicating antioxidant, wound healing, and helps with collagen production. In terms of animal testing, this is cruelty-free, so no issues with that. Okay, in terms of performance, so this product promises to do a lot, and a lot. It promises a lot. It promises to improve the appearance of fine lines, enlarged pores, dullness, uneven skin texture, skin tone, discoloration, redness, loss of firmness. It delivers some of those, but it cannot deliver on all of those. It can't deliver on enlarged pores. It won't do much for redness. Can't do much for uneven skin tone. Due to the peptides in here, over time it will help with wrinkles and fine lines and dullness. It definitely overpromises, and the retinol palmitate is a questionable retinoid that I wouldn't choose to use as a feature ingredient. So if your skin's not sensitive and not acne prone, this might be a nice option. If you are sensitive and acne prone, I don't recommend this. Within the first 5 days of testing this again, I remembered why I didn't review it the first time, because I couldn't complete testing it, because my skin starts to get texture, it starts to feel uneven, it starts to feel rough, it starts to feel irritated within a couple days, 5 days, 3 days, and then I continued using it a couple more days, and my skin continued to get more and more irritated to the point where it's like, I know this is what's doing it, I have to stop if I don't want to feel and look terrible within a few days, because it's gonna start to continue to get worse. So my skin just got irritated, dry, flaky, just enlarged pores, things like that, like texture. So couldn't review it then. It is my limited review now. I like to review things for at least 30 days, but I couldn't do it. And I thought, you know what, now after testing it twice, I at least want to get my review out and be done and then move on and never have to use this again, sadly. Okay, for acne-prone skin, we've got several ingredients of note. We've got isopropyl palmitate, we've got cetearyl alcohol, we've got glyceryl stearate, we've got retinol palmitate, dimethicone, Cetearyl 20, carbomer, and then corn oil. Not friendly for acne-prone skin or sensitive skin. So it's going to be very isolated who this will help, and yeah. Okay, in terms of the price, so here's a tip. Price note. It is cheaper to buy 4 0.25 ounce jars than to buy one 1 ounce jar. It's cheaper by $55. If you buy the 0.25 ounce size, it's $25 each. And times that by 4 to get 1 ounce, that's $100. If you buy the 1 ounce jar, it's $155. So if you like this, you're going to save $55, just buy the 4. And then you know what? At least you're not exposing the full size jar to air every time you open it. So the math doesn't math to me. I don't quite understand. I guess I do notice brands doing this more and more lately, where they'll, if you look at it and spend 10 seconds doing some math, it ends up being cheaper that way. I think they're just assuming people will assume that the bigger size is the better value, but I guess these days it's not always the case. Go figure. Last but not least, the it factor. This one's not a must-have, certainly given the price, the jar packaging, the fragrance, the ridiculous price, the ridiculous math on the small size jar sizes, the acnogenic ingredients. It's just nothing in here for me that I really ever want to test again. There's other Perricone products I'll certainly test and review. Typically, they're so expensive, I don't get very excited about them, but if they're in a sale or something, maybe I'll pick something up in the future. Some dupes and alternatives include the Farsley Revival Serum Cream, the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pore Serum Primer, the Dr. Jart Peptide and Firming Serum in the blue jar, and the Hand Skin Collagen Peptide Hydra Ampule. Last but not least, with a 10 being a perfect score, I give this one a 6. Sadly, I won't be testing this one again. And sadly, this jar is like half full, and what do you do with a half full jar? I don't even know. It's gross to give it to somebody. And you know what? I wouldn't want to give it to somebody when it freaked my skin out. So, anyway, interested hearing from you guys if you have tried this, what your thoughts are, or general thoughts on the brand since I haven't really reviewed them at all. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.